Hi, welcome back. In this video, we will learn about the position absolute. So let's go to the documentation here. So what will happen if we use position to absolute? Then the element is removed from the normal document flow, okay? And no space is created for the element in the page layout. Okay, so this is quite drastically different from the other positions which we have learned, which is static and the relative. Here it is completely different. So let's try it out. So to do that, what I'll do, I'll go here. I'll just get rid of these ones and do dot box. Okay, just have some boxes. I have 4 boxes, and in the second one let's add a class of second. Okay, so yeah, all right, then go to the CSS, just get rid of everything. So dot box. Okay, let's add a height of let's say 250 pixel, width of 300 pixel, and let's change the height to 300 as well. Okay. All right, and then do a background color of something like brown. Okay, and we will select the second, and let's add a background color of something like blue violet. Okay, hit save, go to the browser, and as you can see, here is our boxes. Okay, and let's do one thing, is that display to in line block. Okay, so that we have all of the boxes set up nicely. Okay, now we have this second one, right? So if I just do something like position to relative and do something like top to 40 pixel. So what will happen is that this is not getting out of the document flow, right? The relative position is not getting out of the document flow, and the space is created for this element, and the space is reserved for this element as well. But now if I just do change the position to absolute, and okay, let me just do that. So absolute, hit save. Okay, now something different will happen. Okay, so here what is happening here is that our box is on top of the other box, right? This behavior is not common for the relative or the static positioning, but for absolute it is good. And also we have the top set to 40 pixel, and we can set the left set to something like 10 pixel as well. Okay, so if I just do that, as you can see, our box is floating around on its own, and the positioning is absolute, and the top and the left is calculated from the document body itself. Okay, it is calculated from the document body itself, but I will show the other thing as well. If the element which is absolutely positioned has some parent which is also positioned, then the behavior will be a little bit different, which I will definitely show it to you in the next video. But currently right now, as you can see, here it is. So we can do something like that, or we can do something like bottom to 10 pixel. If I just do that, and okay, we are setting top and bottom, and let's do left of 40 pixel and bottom of 10 pixel right now. So as you can see, our box is floating around on its own, and also the z index works properly with absolute positioning. Okay, so here it is. So the element is positioned relative to its closest positioned ancestor, if any. In our case, we do not have any, right? Or to the initial containing box, which is happening currently right now. Okay. Its final position is determined by the values of top, right, bottom, and left. Okay. And this value creates a new stacking context when the value of z index is not auto. Okay. Once again, what it is saying is that the z index which we have currently right now, which we have learned, will work properly with absolute positioning. So this is basically the absolute positioning in a nutshell. And in the next video, we will dive deep a little bit more in the absolute positioning when we have some different positioned containers basically for our boxes. Okay.